there, and welcome to another special segment with Possibilities with Esther from NTR TV. And today, I will be having a special guest, which for those of you who have been following us on this program, I am sure you must have come across this person for today. And as we know, just a brief information about Possibilities with Esther. Possibilities with Esther is a program that is specially designed to channel your mindset into the possibilities of life, motivation, positive thinking, and also just focusing lifestyle, business, and life experiences. And for today, I will be talking about a topic called Constantial Shield. And my guest here will be in the position to tell us more about this topic. It's going to be a conversation. Please do not go anywhere, as we will love to hear your own feedback after the program through our social media or the numbers on your screen. And I welcome my guest for today, Ma Louisa Atella. Yeah, welcome to the program again, Ma.
Yeah, welcome to Possibilities with Esther, of course. And here we are again.
We are again.
We are again. So we're going to talk about Constantial Shield.
Yeah. You know, there's a way your smiles bring so much joy to me in the studio whenever I have you on this program. It's kind of glow the program up.
Yeah, because I love your program.
Thank you so much. So you made mention about this topic some days ago, and I kept pondering on it, and I got to realize that there are lots of issues, there are lots of effects, there are also lots of different definition on Constantial. But before we go into your own opinion and your own understanding, let us look into the definition that I found online, so that our viewers will be able to know how they can make their own definition about Constantial. Now, our definition from online: a shell is a broad piece of metal or another suitable material held by steps or handled attached on one side, used as a protection against blows or missiles. If you are familiar with Captain America always holds his own shield against his enemies. Now, what do we understand by the word constant? Constant is occurring continuously over a period of time. So when you merge the two, a shield which protects you from something and continuously, right? So what is your own understanding or definition to these two combined words?
Because when you talk of constant, it means always. It endures time. You know? And when you talk of shield, you mean protection. That's why some women there tells that their boyfriend is their shining armor, constant shield. Because an armor has always a shield with him.
True.
So that's why they always say, you are my shining armor. But actually, this constant shield can be temporary, can be permanent, and sometimes your constant shield can also betray you.
Talking about betrayals, and when can you say you have a constant shield?
When you value something, when you value a person, meaning you have, like for example, you're in a relationship. If somebody values you very much, he will be your constant shield. But will it be last? Will it last longer? Will it be within the relationship only, or forever? Even you became friends. So that is what I'm telling you, that it can be a longer span of time being a constant shield, and it can be a short period of time.
Please, can you give us an example between the short period and the longer one?
Yeah, for example, we have a relationship and we have a commitment. So until there is a relationship, I will be protecting you. But after a while, if we broke up, for example, for 6 months only, no more constant shield. Sometimes there are relationships which ends into enemies. So after a while, no more constant shield. It's for a short time of period, short time.
Then the longer one?
The longer one is forever. Even you broke up and then you're still friends.
Yeah.
You are good friends. So he will become your constant shield.
Like a husband. Or
Yeah,
kind
husband.
Of or
Husband.
a wife.
It's if you become also you are not enemies. If you are friends, for example, you divorce, and then you are friends, still friends. Maybe sometimes you ask him questions. What are you going to do with someone? Or if somebody is making you, I mean, a character assassination, he will be there for you to protect you. But however, sometimes if you end up as enemies, this constant shield will be cut.
So we'll talk about when we channel this constant shield to other aspects of life, let's say business or our own personal life, family.
Yes.
How can you explain that aspect just the way you explain it in a relationship?
In constant shield in business, this means this is our business partners. Now, until such time that they have gained something from you, they will be your constant shield. However, again, as I have said, it's a relationship even in business. So sometimes even the board of directors of the corporations, all of them are being constant shield of their own companies. However, if they already separated entity, or they did not come into a good relationship, constant shield will end on a corporation.
And then how can you sustain a constant shield? For example, if I have someone protecting me and I feel secured, of course I would love to keep it. I would love to keep whoever that person is. I would love to keep whatever that was giving me that protection. How can you sustain it?
It's a matter of nurturing the relationship. Whatever relation it is, it can be husband and wife, it can be friends, it can be in business. As long you are nurturing and caring for the relationship, you will have a constant shield.
How does that apply in family?
Family, we say that family is where love begins and love never ends. So sometimes there are feuds among families. However, after a while, for a long period of time, even you become enemies, your family will still protect you. And that is having the constant shield again in the relationship of a family. Yes. We must always remember that even though you get, you become enemies with your brother or sister, but after the day, you will end up as a family.
Yeah, they said blood is thicker than water. So whatever situation that might come between families, they're still family, they should still be.
After the end of the day, even you fight, you fight very much, you envy each other, sometimes you even tell bad words to any of your siblings. But after the end of the day, I tell you, it's the family who will protect you.
It's the family. You're very right. Can anybody be your constant shield? Is there any specific person?
For me, I really don't know. Because, for example, we are new friends and we are getting together, we go out, we go to parties. I cannot say you always will be my constant shield. There are factors. How can a person be you can tell this is my constant shield? There are factors to be considered, that this person is my constant shield. Because if we are new friends and we go out, we hang out, but I cannot tell you that you're really my constant shield. Constant shield is someone who will protect you and be there for you through better, for worse, through thick and thin.
Can we refer to constant shield to an object, to something, belief, emotion, or something? Because since it's something that has to protect us, can it be anything invisible without in a human form?
Yes. Actually, this constant shield doesn't only refer to human. It's not only, because sometimes this constant shield can be your emotion. But as I have said always, and I advise, never let emotion destroy you. Because sometimes, you cover up, and this is your shield. You cover up. For example, you feel in pain, but you're still smiling. That
Yeah.
is your shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is your shield. But sometimes it destroys you. Because, like, for example, pain destroys you, emotion destroys you.
True.
That's why it's not only a human.
It's not a human.
Yeah,
Like
it can be your emotional.
and it can also be mindset. I guess,
mindset,
right? Because
yes.
sometimes we are the destroyer of ourselves.
True.
We destroy ourselves, not even someone. So,
But we don't have to feel this pain and whatever. Yes, it is a part of our journey, a part of journey. But however, as I have said, don't let emotion destroy yourself. And at the same time, let's face it, all are broken. All experiences broken. All of us. Nothing is exempted. No?
that was the one. Who can be the best constantial?
Someone who can you trust.
I love the word trust.
Yeah.
But trust is something is so hard to find.
Yes, and sometimes you must love enough to trust enough.
You must love enough
To trust
enough.
Because sometimes if you have only a small amount of love,
Yeah.
you don't trust the person. But
Sure.
if you have big amount of love in your heart,
Yeah.
you can trust the person.
You can trust the person, and also, but there's some situations where they say you have to trust before you love. What's your own opinion about that?
Me, I have to love first before I trust.
So how can you love someone you don't trust?
Yes, because for example, you love somebody and still loving him, then trust will come
Will
on.
build up.
Yeah.
Will build up.
Gradually will come.
But I am so concerned about the aspect of life when it comes to our protection than in the relationship. Even though I know a lot of people are going through a lot of things and everything is almost all about relationship, okay? But this is where I'm trying to drive at. You know, there's the children, child abuse, and you see so many situations. Let me tell you a story. Last week on social media, I went on a page and saw on my friend's page,
Yes.
he put a picture of his son. His son drew him like a skeleton with a big head and with a smiley face, a happy drawing, and he wrote "Dad." That was so sweet,
Yes.
and the dad kind of put it on social media, and people were laughing at it because the guy is a comedian. And I looked at the picture, I was like, there is something the boy expressed how his father makes him feel. You know, it's like, you know, the children's mind is so creative that it comes out so raw. They express themselves the way it is, the way they feel it.
True.
Exactly. And then that same day, I went online and I saw there was a protest from Antalya here in Turkey about 2 children who were being molested and abused by their mom and uncle, I guess so. And how did they find it? They saw the children drew a skeleton, kind of a normal pencil drawing of themselves crying, and then of the mother and the uncle. I think it's the uncle, I'm not so sure about that, was hitting them with a stick. So that expressed these children, they lack that shell. It's not constant.
True.
Maybe probably they were loved before or something, and then you could see it affects the children. So as a mother, as an elderly person, and also as the CEO of the Green Orange Women, you have worked with so many NGOs like that. How can you say we can improve this protection on the children?
It is with the help of the government, I think. Even though we have organizations, your organization, my organization, everybody's organization, even when we're fighting for the abuse of children, fighting for the abuse of women. But if the government is not moving, it's nothing. Yes, because if you are having this organization, for example, we have movements and we are creating awareness already. But if the people sees that there is no policy implemented by the government, then it's nothing. So we NGOs, we organizations should also ask for the help of the government, the cooperation of the government. Even though that is my perception, no? Even though how many organizations we have in a country, but if the government doesn't support this kind of organization, like for example, abuse of women, abuse of children, we will be nothing. We will end up nothing. Yes. It's also, we need the cooperation of the government. Now, if the government will issue policy and implemented these policies, of course, we will not be in difficult time, or we will not be hardened up to push this movement.
Yeah.
Because we know that the government is supporting us.
Like now, the government is also a shield to
Yes.
us, to its citizens.
Yes,
Yeah.
a shield. And sometimes this shield should, because when you talk of shield, it comes to your mind, this should be a strong one.
Yes.
Yes, it should be a strong one. So if you're going to have shield, whether it's a government, whether it's your boyfriend, whether he should be strong. That's number one factor to
Yeah,
consider.
to
He should
consider.
be strong.
Yeah.
There are some constant shield that, they are not strong, and after a while,
Temporary.
nothing. Yeah, temporary.
Talk about the temporary ones.
Yeah.
That it's okay.
Yes.
Like, for example, we know in the government, it always changes after 4 years, and then
After
another one will come
another
with its own-
president will make the imposition, another again.
Another again.
Maybe the government, for example, there is an election. Maybe the government should continue the project that was stopped by the previous government.
Yeah.
Yes.
To protect a
Not
very strong
again to
and
begin
constant-
another one, and then another one, after again another one. So that's it. There is no continuity in the objective. So maybe they should continue what's the last president have done, and then an additional on their part.
Yeah. Okay. In order not to go deep into the politics aspect
Yes.
of it, okay. That was a wonderful one, and
Yeah.
we'll be going on a commercial break. And guys, thank you so much for sitting. Don't go anywhere, because this is just the beginning of the program, and you stay tuned. We'll be right back after the commercial break. Welcome back to the second segment of Possibilities with Esther, and I'm right here in the studio with a special guest, which some of us already know, and we have been talking about a topic called Constantial. Constantial shell that protects our life, shell that can be from our environment, government, relationship, business, lifestyle, and everything, whatever thing that protects you and makes you feel comfortable, confident that you can achieve anything in your life is the shell. But what we are focusing on is the consistency of that shell in your life. At what point that you begin to feel unprotected. The reasons why we should be able to have that protection, that shell that covers us, that covers the shame, that covers the feeling of not being good enough, that covers everything. It's now your choice. So please, we'll be continuing with Ma Louisa Pa Atella. I'm so happy to have you back on this program for the second segment. And this comes to our question. We'll be coming to the next one is, why do we need a constant shell?
First, protection. But sometimes you cannot imagine, or you cannot really expect that, this Esther will be my constant shield. It comes gradually. Sometimes you never thought that you have already a constant shield.
Yeah.
Yes. Because, constant shield is a broad, subject. Constant shield can be in a small way. Like, for example, even for example, you have a boyfriend or you are on the sun, under the sun, and he gives you umbrella, or under the rain. That's a shield. That is a shield.
Yeah.
He is shielding you from the rain. So the Constantial can be in a small amount or large amount.
And also it can, in the spiritual aspect of it,
True.
some people, God is their constant shield, because as for me personally, I feel humans will always fail us.
Yes.
Like
yes.
I am not perfect, so I don't expect someone to sacrifice all his life to be consistent protecting me. Then who am I protecting?
And if you're talking of a long-lasting protection or long-lasting shield, it's God.
It's just God. Yeah, we can only give the little we can at the moment.
If you put God in the center of your heart, you can do everything.
What is the impact of a constant shield in our life?
Sometimes,
the negative.
yes. If the constant shield is very mellow, very slight, then there is no. I mean, you will be feel at ease and you will love it. But sometimes constant shield can also kill you. I mean, it's not literally killing you, but it will kill your emotion, because if there are some people who are over protecting you, like for example, if you have a husband who is very jealous of you or protecting you very much, sometimes it will kill you. It will kill your character. It will kill yourself because of too much protection. You know.
I think this also applies on parenting.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you know, parents is always there for us. It's always
some parents.
Yeah, it's always there for us. And meaning, if you're talking of parenting and it is about constant shield, we parents should be mellow with our children. You know, we could protect them, but at the same time, give them the freedom. The freedom
to make mistakes.
Yes, the freedom to choose. No, because there are some parents, even in taking up their courses, they're still protecting their children and telling them, "Oh, you cannot do this, you cannot do that." We should also be very careful in being the shield of our children.
Yeah. Giving them listening ears, trying to understand them. I think sometimes the fear of our past for the parents, the fear of our past, the mistakes of our past, we try to correct it on our children, and those making us not to know what exactly the child wants. And then we begin to pressure it in the name of being a shell, but then we're pressing it on them, because situation that happened to us during ours might be different from their own situation.
And the generation now is very different.
It's very different.
The protection of the parents is an instinct to anybody. We protect our children, but we should also consider the trend. The generation now is very different.
It's very different. The technology has changed
especially
a whole lot of
with
things.
the technology.
Before, you know that in terms of parenting, why I'm talking about the parenting, because when we talk about this topic, what kept coming to my mind is how to be a better parent, how to be a better me. Now, to do that, it comes with a protection. How can I protect myself? And talking about the spiritual aspect of it, yes, we believe in God, we pray for Him, we pray to Him, and He protects us. And He is the only person that can give us the constant shield that we need. But coming to life, outside spiritual aspect of it, some people make, just because you're trying to be a shell, you're trying to protect that person, we kind of make them feel lazy.
Because you're depending on something.
Yes, we overdo it, and then we don't let them try some new things, and they become so lazy.
You cannot develop yourself if you are always depending on your constant shield. For me, constant shield is also there to protect you, but also to advise you. But never let them drive your life. Because sometimes, what you said a while ago, it's because of the mindset, right? So don't let your constant shield drive your life. They are there for only to protect you, to advise you, but never let them drive your life, because sometimes it will fail you.
And when it fails, that comes with the disappointment.
Yes, frustration.
Depression, anxiety,
yes, anxiety,
everything, because they are so used to holding on to that person.
What if
some people, even there is their house, like I go on social media a lot, where if you want to see, thank God for this generation, you want to find so many situations, stories, you go on social media, and I got to this story of a woman. She posted that she needs people to advise her, right? And she was like, she's in this compound, and the landlady kept abusing her by her dog. The landlady has a dog, and she lets the dog everywhere, like they're very bad dogs, and kind of always attacks her children. And that's the third time. And aside from that, the landlord did not apologize, and she's still insulting her to leave the house. So what people were asking, like, who told you to stay in the house? Like, you could see you are endangering your children. This dog there, the landlady does not care, and this dog has attacked your children 3 times. Why don't you want to leave the house? It's not the only house. But what I took out of that story is like this woman feels that house is where she must be. I don't know. She feels protected. To me, there's no protection anymore. So I feel some people, their protection comes somewhere, not really from the human or the spiritual. Is the environment. They don't want to change. They feel protected in this stage, and they just want to be there.
Yes, I'm safe here. I will not transfer. That's why.
So what do you think is situation?
No. It's again, we will call it the mindset. Because, for example, I'm living in a house wherein it's not a nice house, but I like there because I feel I am protected by the neighbors. I know all the neighbors. I am safe. However, this mindset of yours is becoming to to affect your life. And don't let that constant shield of environment or whatever, that's it what I am telling, drives your life. It's you who will drive your life, and it's how you overcome these things. Because, for example, like I've told you, that if you feel safe on that house, but the house is not good for you, it's old, and it's not a good environment for your children, then why will you follow don't let that constant shield affects your life. She is there only to protect you, but not to drive your life, or we will not be sure if you will be given the best of life by your constant shield.
Of course you cannot really. Some people have the luxury for that, but meanwhile some people don't really have that luxury. So how does a constant shield affect upbringing? This refers to children, right? This refers to children. Now, if the children is seeing you are overprotective, my mother is my constant shield, he will do that also to his children. Yes. That is like a copyright, if you are good to your children will be good to his children. In most cases.
Yes, in most cases like that. But as I have told you, generation now is very different.
Parenting, the social media is now doing the parenting.
Yes.
Parents are busy working, children don't have.
True. And what we must learn also is not to let values be out of our life. This is number one in parenting, the values. Because even though you give a good parenting to your children, the way you take care of your children, but if you are not taking or teaching them values, this is very important. Values and respect is very important in parenting. No matter what generation it is, but if you teach values, no matter, for example, you are very poor and the children are not so educated.
Yeah.
But if you teach the good values, I've seen many families, they are very poor. The children are not graduated, but they have good values. And they respect people.
They can stand for themselves,
Yes.
which is very good discipline.
That's very important.
So how can parents be a constant shield to their children? I think, how can they, apart from the upbringing?
Yes, responsibility of parents does not end. Because there are some parents who tell, oh, my children are married already, I can rest. No. Responsibilities are there within your heart, and responsibilities will never end to your children. If they have married already, they have even your grandchildren already, still your responsibility is there.
Yeah.
For example, your daughter will give birth, he will call you, Mommy, I'm giving birth. So your responsibility never ends.
Yeah.
Yes, you will just rest because they are big already, but it will never end.
It's
I
never
tell
end.
you.
It feels like a punishment.
Yes.
So how can
Punishment.
I just want to move on with my life.
Yeah. You can just relax, but you cannot definitely end the responsibility for your children.
Yeah.
That's for me. Never. It's until the long way of life, until you die.
Yeah.
Yes, it will just stop if you died already.
Yeah.
Because you're already in heaven, right? Yes, but it never stops. I tell you.
It never stops, really.
Sometimes parents tell that, my children are married already. I have no more responsibility. No, it's not true. It's not true. It's forever.
It's forever.
Yeah.
It's forever. So how do you have a constant shield in your life?
Constant shield? I cannot say it's constant shield. It's maybe I'm just being happy with my constant shield as of now. Not exactly constant shield because if the relationship is new, you cannot say totally it's your constant shield. There are many factors to consider constant shield. If he is always with you and always protecting you, maybe you can tell that, this is my constant shield. But if you are far from each other and you seldom see each other.
Personally, I don't know if it's out of experience or whatever thing. I feel when you begin to feel somebody is your constant shield, that's when you begin to get it wrong.
Yes.
Because it brings so much disappointments, like expectation and all those things,
Too much expectation causes frustration.
It causes frustration and all that,
If you can be the constant shield of yourself, why not? Yes, why not? If you can do that. Because there are some people who can do that. They don't depend on others. But this constant shield can be a good motivation for yourself. Yes, it's good to know that somebody is protecting you. But there are many. It's the core of the constant shield is very broad.
It's very broad.
Very broad.
It actually has a different aspect of it. We have the spiritual aspect of it. We have the physical aspect of it. We have the mindset aspect of it, and so many. Some people, their constant shield is their salary.
Yes.
Because it's like it protects them. They feel, okay, I have a salary coming up.
I don't care if I don't have a relationship. As long as I have money, this is my constant shield. As long I can go anywhere with my money, that's my constant shield.
So it depends on the person's definition of what a constant shield is. This is a very interesting topic, really. And I really wish that people can send us messages. Though now NTRC, we're trying to get back our TV viewers because
Yes.
of we are now growing. You know,
We're becoming big.
we're becoming bigger. Yeah,
We're
so-
soaring high.
soaring high. So that is actually the end of the questions for you
Yes.
for today, and I'm so happy to have you on this
Yes.
program for today, sharing your insight and your mindset about
Constantial.
Constantial. It sounds very romantic. It sounds
Yeah.
like a romantic word.
Yeah,
but it's so
usually
big,
that
you know.
you are my shining armor.
Yeah, my shining armor.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, and I hope to have you again next time. Okay, guys, we are coming to the end of this program, but before we go out of the program, this is what I picked for today. I would love to share with you. Hey, anybody can be your Constantial.
Ooh.
Anybody can be your shell. But you see that consistency, it's solely gonna depend on you. Personal experience, personal advice is take care of your mindset. Do not always expect too much from somebody. But when you expect too much on yourself, then you have to prepare for it. When you prepare for it, when you prepare your mind on it, when you know exactly what you want, you can become a shell to somebody. Now, it could be just one thing. It could be a help. It could be just a moment. You don't have to be consistent to be there all the time. But one moment can change a whole lot of lifetime for somebody. So if you can be a shell to that neighbor for just a day, for just a minute, for just an hour, if you can be a shell for that child that God gave to you, then just make sure you keep it consistent. If you can't keep it consistent or constant, then teach that child so that when you back out, that child will be able to continue from there. And you know what? Your legacy will be in that child. So that makes it a constant, continuous shell over that child's life, because it's going to continue to the next generation, to the environment, and to the world. And lastly, for today is, please stay positive. Stay positive, not positive on coronavirus, but positive in your mindset, okay? Stay positive, think possibilities, work towards it, pray, believe in yourself. It's okay to fail sometimes. That's why we appreciate winning, right? It's okay to fall down. That's when you appreciate when you stand up. When you're falling down, just make sure you turn like a cat and fall with your back so that you can look up and stand up again and move on with your life. And continue watching NTR TV. Continue watching Possibilities with Esther, and stay tuned for the next time. I love you all and see you guys. We're out for today.